Test, test. All right. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, here's the market open. I'm already short here. I am just got that feeling we're gonna get this gap still lower. Sunday night gap. Everything about it has luck. We tried yesterday at the close. Couldn't quite get there. Looking for this. Bounced overnight. Tried. Now we're at the open. Shot. Don't have much size on. That's our risk right here. So we're gonna give it a go. Hold this. Just added more here. Build on NQ. Nice win. Let's see. So yeah, big win, big, huge win. That was one of those ones I woke up and I just saw it immediately. It was one of those, one of those things. I don't know if it's, you've been trading so long, you just kind of see them sometimes when you wake up and it's just so obvious. That was one of them. So I already knew that this was a big target, this big purple area that I have here. It's the gap from Sunday night because we had a huge gap up. We had a huge gap up Sunday night. You remember we ripped. Let me see if I can pull this up so you can see. Yeah, so this is Sunday night, huge gap up, and then it just rallied all night. That was on Trump talk, basically saying that his, the tariff stuff it seemed like he was going to be lenient on the tariff stuff. Huge ripped all day Monday. Tuesday bounced more, and then yesterday was when everything turned. And it looked like it wanted to fill that gap, but we were down so much. I assumed it was going to fill it in the overnight, but it didn't. And then once we made this look, it bounced up to this area, which I had already marked as resistance based on this low volume node. Bounced up this area, came down here, tested yesterday's RTH low again, tested here again, and just we're sitting here making lower and lower and lows while we're basically bouncing right around this yesterday's RTH low support repeatedly. Then we get right around the open. I think that there was, the fact that we opened within yesterday's RTH range made it even more bearish because there was no gap higher to fill. That was, if you look at the NASDAQ, you can see what it did. It did open. It opened below the RTH low. So that's a gap. So you can see it bounced up into yesterday's RTH low. That satisfies those traders that are looking to for that gap to fill. As soon as that got filled, there's less people looking for that. We're in that range of yesterday's RTH area. At that point, then it was game on, and all they could do was sell to this Sunday night gap that I was targeting. So that's what I saw when I woke up. When I woke up, it was like right here, and I was like, I just have to get up. I have to get up and put on this trade because it's one of those ones I just know, and you can't just can't sit there and not do anything about it. I had to take it. I put on decent size. I certainly could have put on a heck of a lot more, but I knew that I was going for that target no matter what. So at the very least, I wanted to have it on, and I was gonna let it breathe if it had to. So I didn't want to put on too much size initially, but once I saw that it was going, I definitely added. So let's see. So 675 per account, pretty good. The most that I'm ever really going for with these Apex accounts is like $800, just because of their consistency rules. I'm sure that other people think that's crazy, but you know what? I just rather would not put a limit on or make it harder for me to get payouts. So, but 676, that's a pretty good day. Let's see, that's like $5,400 total. So I don't know how many people can complain about that. Especially just woke up and immediately took it. And it immediately worked. So that's exactly what you want to see. Yeah, I'm gonna sit around here for a little bit longer and just watch, but essentially I'm done for the day. And this is just a mic test because yesterday I definitely recorded some videos and the sound was terrible. And so I worked on this last night. It sounds a lot better to me. I will be interested to see what this market wants to do once this gap fills, or since this gap is filled. Do we rally from here? I mean, I could easily see that. It'll be interesting to see if it comes back in though. If you look at on the daily chart, to me, it still does kind of look like a bearish channel. It looks like that was, the upper part of the range. I mean, now we are at the lower end of that range of the channel. So maybe this is support. I mean, maybe this is part of the grind higher. That's, I mentioned, I think on other days that I thought that we would just get the grind now. What they say, we would climb the wall of worry. Maybe we keep doing that. It's a crapshoot kind of make that call, and I don't really trade off of that, but it helps to think about that to keep things in context when you're trading intraday. Now we're all the way back to yesterday's RTH lows. So what does one to do now? I mean, we could go test the close, or the yesterday's 215 close, point of control way up here, about like 18 points or so from here. About, I don't know, 100 points NASDAQ. Definitely could be good trades there. I'm less inclined to take them, given I'm up so much, and my difficulties earlier in the week. I don't know if that's the right attitude. That's a question that I'm trying to figure out. Does it make sense right now to keep trading, or just take my win? All right, I'm trying to put these on small size. I think this market just rips at this point. At least gets to yesterday's close. All right, and I think I'm just gonna be done for the day now then. I think that was on some tariff headlines. I think a lot of the Mexico's president will give an integral response to the U.S. April 3rd. Macron on Trump tariffs. Europeans will respond by reciprocating. That doesn't seem like the reason why we popped, but we popped from there. And here we are on ES, at least those levels that I was looking for. NASDAQ is gonna be right there. So I don't really know what we do today, the rest of the day. I get the feeling that it wants to rip more. But I don't know. And we've done so well so far today. Let's see. That I'm happy to just go away. So this, made another like $50 on those little scalps. So 730 per account for the day. Pretty good. We're at some key levels here. I don't really know what we do anymore for the rest of the day. I'm happy to go away with this win. Very nice win. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna end the stream and go enjoy my day. So good luck to everyone for the day, and I will be back tomorrow for Friday.